Welcome to Dad's DeFi Space. I'm Kevin. I'm so glad you joined our Sunday live stream. It's been a busy weekend. Honestly, not as much in the markets, but sure has with my family. So I hope you and your family and your friends have had a great weekend. Please, before we go any farther, please subscribe, like the video, share the live stream, get the word out. And as you can see, looking at crypto bubbles, it's looking pretty green today, except one of my more VC altcoins, TIA, is not looking too good and is about to have a super large unlock, which may be part of the reason it's not looking too pretty. But what I would like to do before we begin, of course, remember, none of this today is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a dad who likes to invest and try to build wealth and find financial freedom within these markets. Before we go any farther and start talking about markets, I wanted to give everyone a quick little look at Dad's DeFi Space, our webpage that I'm slowly building out. Lots of free educational crypto and DeFi materials on this site. We're probably posting around anywhere from 3 to 5 educational articles a week, altcoin reviews, DeFi guides, and of course my weekly pools that are just recommendations and different liquidity pools and DeFi positions that I'm getting into. We have a discussion board, and this right here is part of the private DeFi group. Free membership right now, of course, and eventually we're going to be starting a newsletter. Some of these charts that have been here for a little bit, we're going to talk about today during the live stream. But anyway, what I would like to get to now is actually discuss the market a little bit. I know this is a cryptocurrency channel, but we still need to be following the regular markets out there. Wall Street, the market is trading a little bit sideways right now after a massive run up of both the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. But the markets are acting kind of weary. Their tech earnings are ahead. Jobs data is coming up. And we have a presidential election with, pardon me, Joker 1 and Joker 2. I don't want to get into politics, but obviously we know that this election between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris is going to affect the cryptocurrency markets. But in the long term, well, Bitcoin dominance is still going to be strong, probably until after the election, and it may even continue after that for quite a while. The big tech earnings this week include all your big kind of Generation X millennial companies that people invest in, your Apple, Google, Amazon, Facebook, although I wish a couple of years ago I would have taken a huge chunk of Facebook. I got a little piece of Google, a little piece of Amazon, but man, that one took a run. But Amazon and Google have not done bad either. So these companies make up 25% of the market. And when they take a dip, so does the entire S&P 500 and NASDAQ. And a lot of times, we will still find that Bitcoin is correlated with the traditional markets. So this is something we should always keep an eye on. And part of the reason why I don't think Bitcoin has gone on a run yet, there's just too much uncertainty in the market. And but we all know that once it pushes back up into the 70s, there's probably going to be a massive leverage flush and maybe even a short squeeze. And I'm looking forward to that in the near future. Next, I just wanted to take a look at just some general market conditions today. Also, please let me know if audio levels and everything else are sounding good in this live stream. Hold on one second. Huh. I barely see anybody out. Oh, that's crazy. Maybe we have a little bit of a problem here. Let's hold on one second. I may have to reload my stream, it looks like. Possibly. Well, we're recording here, so let's just keep going, and we will we'll see. That's what I think we should do at this point. But let me take a moment to share out the stream, see if we can get some more people out here, you know. And let's share here. And, you know, we're going to go and we'll make a little and let's put it here and all right. Well, we're going to just leave it at that, and people will either show up or I'll just keep on talking to my computer here, right? All right. So let's get right to it. We're going to start taking a look at the markets. First and foremost, fear and greed is back down in the neutral range around 52. So right in the middle of fear and greed. As every other time we looked out here, market cap is just now kind of back onto an uptrend. We have broken the downtrend. We're sitting at around $2.3 trillion. Now, once we hit the peak of the bull, I'm hoping that we can actually get up to around an $8 trillion market cap. I think we will be sitting pretty, even in some of these large cap odds, we'll look at a 3 to a 5x in gains. Again, not financial advice, just my opinion. But I think we have a little bit of time to wait. Bitcoin dominance is still at 58%, Ethereum at 13%. So most of the liquidity within the crypto market is still heavily within Bitcoin. Now let's take some time to quickly look at some charts. I wanted to start with the Bitcoin US dollar index. We're looking at the one-day chart. You can see a couple different things here right now. So since March of last year, we have been on a massive downtrend. And this is why education in this market is so important. I was starting to feel FOMO at the time. I felt my altcoin positions were just not, my bags were not as big as they should be. And I started to load up on altcoins. Not as bad as I could have, but bad enough. Now, if I would have de-risked a little bit back in the spring, I would have saved quite a bit of money. Some of my liquidity positions, especially my correlated players, took a huge hit during this downtrend. Some of them I got out of, some of them I stayed in and are doing okay. But at this point in the market, it is time, in my humble opinion, to start repositioning. We have been in this downtrend since we hit around 73,000, and but back on Monday, October 14th, we broke the downtrend on the daily. But here's something I wanted to show everybody before we move on. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, right? We have been wicking right down into this downtrend. I mean, right down. But if you take a look, you'll see that on the weekly charts, we just now have stayed above this downtrend. I am nervous, and I would feel much more comfortable in the short term if we have one more weekly candle, maintain support right here. That would give me much more confidence that the downtrend has been broken, and we can continue to fight again, try to get it back above the, well, let me show you this other chart. You'll be able to visualize support and resistance much, much better. Okay. So I do not have the downtrend marked on here. I do have no man's land. I do not want to see Bitcoin ever drop below $49,000. But as of right now, I mean, anywhere between around 58, 59 and say $70,000, I'm still happy with Bitcoin's progression in the bull. But I want to discuss portfolio changes and what we are starting to see with Total 3. And we talked about this chart last week, I'm pretty sure. All right, so Total 3 has been on this massive downtrend basically since Bitcoin broke the bull market support band. I also want to add on something to show you also on the stochastic RSI. Now, the stochastic RSI on the weekly is very good at kind of showing momentum changes. And you can see that blue bounced up above the orange, thought we're going to cross down, then bounce back up. On the daily, we need to keep a really close eye on it, because if this orange line breaks back below the blue, we're probably going back down in the near term. And if that blue line breaks up above the orange, I could see us moving into the positive. So enough about Bitcoin, enough about the altcoin market. Let's get into some of the meat and potatoes of the discussion today, which is token unlocks. So this is an article of BN Crypto. There's a number of projects, some that I'm bullish on, that are having soon to be token unlocks. Now, when I'm researching token unlocks, I use this web page, the Tokenomists AI, which used to be Token Unlocks. I do a lot of research on the larger caps, specifically on, I do large cap altcoin tokenomic research on CoinGecko. But some of the information on CoinGecko is just not there for small and mid cap altcoins. Anyway, going back to the token unlocks, the ones coming up in the near term happen to be Celestia, Sui or Sway, and Optimism, Mutable X, Zeta Chain. And we're going to come back to this article in just a minute. But I would like to have a conversation about these coins since the last bull run, which would include Optimism, IMX, and then ones of this bull run that were airdropped, like TIA, that's part of the Cosmos ecosystem. Now, I loved the story behind TIA. It was not, that was definitely an investment that I went in too hard, too quick. I have kept most of my position staking or earning yield and liquidity positions, but let me just show you, and I think you'll get the idea. In 3 days, TIA is having a 175 million unlock. No joke. This is almost 50%. No, it's more than 50% of the total supply. It's more like, I don't know, 60, 65%. This, I'm not going to be surprised to see TIA just dump hard. And right now I am positioning for that, and maybe to pick some up on the rebound, not the dip, because I have no idea what that's going to look like in the near future. Now, as you can see with Optimism's been around a long time, but they're about to have a smaller unlock. But I wanted to point something out. They only have 31% of their tokens unlocked, so there's still a lot of Optimism that still is going to be unlocked over the future. And this is Sway, which, or excuse me, Sui. Their unlock date is the day after TIA's. It's a smaller unlock, but at the same time, just something to be aware of. Now, Immutable X is having a even smaller unlock, but this is one reason that's made me slightly more bullish on Immutable X, which is a gaming ecosystem play, which is a Ethereum layer 2 network token, but 82% of Immutable X is unlocked at this point. That's awesome. That means that less supply being put out into the market. Anyway, what I need you all to gather, from just looking at these 4 or 5 token unlocks is when you do your research for your altcoin positions, you need to be looking at the team, you need to be looking at utility, you need to be looking at the narrative, and kind of the buzz is what I would call it. Like, how many people are talking about it? What is being said about that token on crypto Twitter, on Discord, on Telegram, wherever you can find the information. But we also have to look at the tokenomics. Is a bunch of tokens about to be unlocked that VCs or early investors or even influencers have their hands on for a lot cheaper prices than many of us are retail investors get these tokens for. It's just something to be aware of as you make decisions on your spot and in your liquidity pools and whatever else you decide to put your hard-earned capital into. So, taking a turn, I now want to start talking about the 5 rules. There are 5 rules that I believe will carry a crypto investor a long way in the crypto markets. This is something that I've presented before, and it's something that I would like to present again in a live stream, because I think we're at a point now where there's going to be a lot of newer people that come into the market. If they come across a video like this, please take heed. If you're not new to the market, I think you know what's about to happen if you've been through a bull market before. So we are going to talk about 5 rules of making profit in crypto. Okay? First and foremost, only invest what you can afford to lose. Hold on one second. There we go. Now I'm not covering everything up. So again, we're going to be looking at those 5 rules of crypto. And the first and foremost is only invest what you can afford to lose. If we put in money that we need, money for your rent, money for your mortgage, money for your child's college tuition, money to pay your credit card bills, you can't. When you put too much of your capital into play, your decisions are going to become more and more emotional. So only invest what you can afford. What that means is whatever we put into the crypto markets, heck, whatever we put into the stock markets, that money is gone as far as I'm concerned. And you should think about it the same way. When we are not thinking about our money emotionally, we make better investing decisions. All right, so for our second point, we have to have a plan. And when I say have a plan, that means you need to have a buy strategy, a sell strategy, a investment strategy as far as is this a short-term, mid-term, long-term play? Do you know how risky the tokens are? How are you taking profits quickly? Are you letting some of it ride? There's so many different things to think about. So to do this, you have to be unemotional. And I'm a very, very emotional dad. I'm a very emotional person. Humans are emotional beings. We can't have FOMO and do well in these markets. Patience is key. So again, I know it was just said, but do your own research. Those of you out there, make sure that you know that you can do a lot of your own research for free out there with websites we have highlighted on our webpage, on our YouTube channel. Look into Bitcoin.com, DeFi Llama, Fear and Greed Index, Altcoin Season Index, TradingView charts and indicators. If you ever need any of these tools, please use our affiliate links below. Help support the channel. And again, what you're looking at right now, what you're looking at right now is actually the 4-year cycle chart of Bitcoin. And as you can see, we're in 2024, so we're about right here. And what do you notice? We should be getting close to hitting that parabolic phase again, right? Which would be, well, 2025 into 2026. That's next year. Something to think about, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue on. All right, so next is use a cold storage device. Now, don't keep all your crypto on a CEX and buy a centralized or CEX exchange. I'm talking about Coinbase, Crypto.com, Kraken. Those are the ones for America. If you're in other countries, it might be Binance, Bybit, or many, many others out there. Some of my favorite hardware wallet is a Tangem hardware wallet. They use a card, looks like this, so simple, so easy to use. It's a credit card pretty much, and that is your private keys. So easy to use and also very secure. We have links below to give you a little bit off the price, and you can use them if you'd like to support the channel. If affiliate links are not your thing, please still go out and get a hardware wallet, whether it's a Tangem or a Ledger, whatever. But because we play around with a lot of DeFi, we also have to use hot wallets. And so safety is of the utmost importance, right? Safety is of the utmost importance when we are conducting our business in these markets. Next, don't trust but verify all information. Anything in this market can be a scam. I have seen many myself, people I've known online who've lost life savings just not being careful, and not just people who are new in this space, people who are not new in this space. It's crazy out there. It really is. Okay. Next, I'd like to take a look at some slipstream positions on AERODROME. I definitely have gotten some response out there, people who are interested. We won't take too much time to do this. But of course, you should already know of AERODROME. AERODROME is the DEX, the largest DEX on the base network, the layer 2 network created by Coinbase. And as you can see, over the last year, total value lock on their slipstream, which are their concentrated liquidity positions, have gone up immensely. I mean, we can go back and just look at their version 1 kind of full range positions, and it's been up or down, but we're talking altogether over $1.2 billion locked in the AERODROME ecosystem. I'm bullish on base. I'm bullish on Solana, and being bullish on base, you've got to have some. You have to have either some Aero tokens, or you better be farming these tokens just so you can build up your bull bag. Not financial advice. I'm bullish on this DEX token, and yes, I know many people are weary of the inflation, but at the same time, we'll see where it's looking in 10 to 12 months. Anyway, enough about that. What I wanted to do is just go into AERODROME, look at some of the liquidity positions, kind of show you how I would look within AERODROME itself, just to kind of check out what's going on. Anyway, we're going to sort positions by APR, but we're also going to take a look way down here when we get into like some reasonable yields that aren't meme coins. Ooh, this is kind of interesting. Wrapped ETH stake Tau. It looks like it's a little on the lower side, $134,000 total lock, which I mean, I have gone into liquidity positions around that size, but that is, I would do it with a much smaller amount of capital. But it might be a good pool to gain some exposure to Tau, and you have some Ethereum exposure. It's 0.03%. Actually, I was wrong. The total value lock, is that the fee column? No, that's the volume column. Excuse me. The volume, the total value lock was closer to 200,000. That's not that much difference. All right, I'm going to take a look at some other positions. Let's look at this Arrow wrap stake ETH. It's 334,000. Total value locked, you're earning almost 500%. Gosh, not bad at all. BTC, USDC plus 500%. 300,000 total value locked. This is a large pool. I'm actually in this one over 500%. I think on this one I'm earning around 120 on my Bitcoin. It's awesome. With USDC plus 600%. Wrapped ETH Arrow 750%. In the next little bit, I'm going to be making a video on how to utilize DeFi Llama to find liquidity pools. We'll talk about some positions on AERODROME. We're going to talk about some positions on the Solana network through Orca, through Radium. And I would like to end the stream today talking about just a little bit of news. Those of you all out there who are staking your Jupe tokens, and I know I've talked about this a lot lately, if you want to earn your rewards, you have to vote. You have 2 more days to vote in the Jupiter DAO. The vote is a quorum vote to raise the number of stake votes that need to be placed for a vote to actually count, or excuse me, that whatever is being voted upon would be legitimate and count. But we talked about this before. Just want to make sure you remember to vote. All right. So I hope that today has been somewhat informative for you. I hope the audio was working okay. But it's been great. I'm so glad that some of you spent time with us today, and I am excited for what's to come in the upcoming bull. Please like and subscribe, ping that notification bell. If you want to join the Best Private DeFi group on YouTube, check out the UIG, Crypto Labs Research, link in the description. And please follow a set of rules. Find yourself a community. The UIG, DADS DeFi space, there's so many good ones out there. And be careful, because I want you to gain your financial freedom this bull run. And until next time, guys, peace.